I just wanted to do a quick little recap video about all the pencils here. I've used a lot throughout the years. Obviously, pencils and pens are personal preference and taste and stuff, but I did pull together, I just grabbed per pencil how much each one kind of costs and pre-tax, and then I have them kind of grouped 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9 lead-wise, with, again, 0.3 super thin, 0.9 super thick, which makes a difference when you're writing, because depending on how hard you grip the pencil or how hard you push down, certain sizes might not work for you. So just to get started, I have one 0.3 pencil, and personally for me it's way too thin. It breaks every like 3 to 5 letters. I can't really use it. It's really sad because I bought a really cute one and I really like it, but unless I'm writing really light and in like a very small space, it's not very practical for me to use it, but maybe very good for tiny light detail work if you get a 0.3. For the 0.5s, so this one, again, the 0.3 was a Kuru Toga, and this 0.5 is also a Kuru Toga, and the 0.5 I find much easier to use. I don't usually break it. It's a very cute color, and I mainly got it for that because of the aesthetics. But again, it's like, I feel like the 0.5 lead is pretty much the same. It's pretty comparable. You can't really tell a huge difference between, like, you know, a $5-6 pencil or like a 20-cent pencil if it's 0.5. They're all pretty much comparable. But yeah, also kind of what prompted this video was this Tombow pencil. It's so heavy. Like, I did not expect it to be so heavy. I think it's because of this like mechanism on the inside, which is also kind of weird. I don't know why I didn't realize it, because I was like, oh, a locking mechanism, so your lead is locked. And I was like, that sounds cool, I should try it, but it's because this mechanism inside here, it's like you shake it and that makes the lead come out. So therefore, oh yeah, and also it's like the only pencil I have where you don't push from the top, you have to push from like the side, which I don't like. So I feel like also, just to call this out, like, it depends on what pencil you use, and the pencil that you use, you're gonna get used to it, and then it's gonna be awkward to switch between pencils. But I feel like since I'm so used to pushing on top and with pens, I'm not used to pushing on pencils that have the side thing. But if that's all you use, then this would probably be a good pencil for you. Anyway, but it's weird because you have to remember to lock it. So if you're traveling with this pencil, you have to remember to lock it so that the lead doesn't come out while you're moving. Otherwise, you're gonna, you know, arrive to your destination and your lead's, you know, completely broken and completely out of the pencil, I feel like. So, but I mean, it's nice for maybe at home, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about this pencil right now. I don't know if I'll get used to shaking. It's kind of like a hype thing, but I don't know if for like $5 to $6 if the hype is worth it. And again, like, this one is Japanese, these two are Japanese, the Kuru Toga, but then like you can get cheaper pencils that are also Japanese, like the zebras. This is also a zebra. The Pilot is Japanese. The Sumo grip was a funny little find. It's actually Sakura, which is also Japanese, and it's the same brand that does like the Micron pens. So they're both Sakura, and it's funny that they made something called the Sumo grip. But this one's supposed to be like very ergonomic, and I wanted a 0.9 because in stores they have 0.9 lead, but they don't seem to have many pencils or any that I could find. So I had to buy one online, and I just wanted one just because sometimes it's kind of like equivalent to wanting to write with a dull pencil. Sometimes you just want like a thicker line, and it's nice to have a 0.9 because, as you can tell, there's not like a huge difference between 0.5, 0.7, but I feel like you can really tell the difference with a 0.9. So if you're writing with a 0.5 and then you have a 0.9, then, you know, the difference in line is nice. And if you want to fill up a page faster, I feel like the 0.9 is much nicer. And if you have a smaller space or you want to write a bunch of stuff, then you want to use like a 0.5. And if you don't break 0.3s, then maybe a 0.3, but 0.5, 0.7 also are pretty much the same. So if you're writing like college ruled or wide ruled, I don't think you'll find a huge difference between 0.5 and 0.7. If you're like writing in a small space, like half of a college ruled line, then I'd probably go with a 0.5. If you're really trying to cram in every single last word. But yeah, but the 0.7s, I feel like obviously, maybe because, you know, back to school discounts at like all the big box stores like Walmart, Target, they usually have these in stock. They're also the cheapest, the 0.7s. And again, they're, you know, number 2 pencils, but I feel like any pencil can be a number 2 pencil. You just have to buy the lead for it. And if you buy number 2 lead, you can put it into any kind of pencil and it will be a number 2 pencil. So, but it is nice. Like, these are not only like 20 cents each, but also, and then like 0.5 I feel like is just slightly more expensive than 0.7. So like, for example, the BIC one, the 0.5 was 26 cents versus like about 21 cents for these. But it's pretty much the same thing. It's like, you know, pack of 30 for like 10 bucks basically, or more like $5 for a pack of 24, I think I saw. But anyway, especially if you're going to school, university, whatever, I feel like I would personally go and use BICs because you're going to be in class, someone's going to want to borrow a pencil next to you, you're going to give them a pencil, they're probably going to forget to give it back to you, you're going to forget about it, you're going to lose a lot of pencils throughout the year. I've lost so many pencils throughout the year. I start out with, you know, a pack of 40, and by the end of the year, or maybe halfway through the year, I have to buy another pack or something. So, that's why I really like the BICs. Like, so far, after using all these pencils, I think they're my favorite. I also really like the zebras. Obviously, like, they'll roll off the table because they don't have a little clip. But I don't really ever use the clips, ever. So I don't really clip them to anything, so, and if the table is pretty flat, it's not going to roll anyway, so I like the aesthetics of the zebras more than the BICs. Like, for example, I went to the dollar store, I bought a pack of 8 for $1.25, so it's about 15 cents a pencil. So sometimes you can find cheaper pencils in person, but I just love the colors. They're so cute. You can get more plain ones, like they come with like these black ones, or like you can get yellow ones, and I kind of like the fake pencil look also because I do like how a regular pencil looks. But again, for the more mechanical pencils, if you want like more of a boyish color, they have these which have like different little clips on them. That's like one color that BIC does a lot. The 0.5s that I have here, kind of more boyish in color too, or more like solid color. This is kind of what they look like, so they're nice. I like them, but my favorite are definitely the more glittery pastel colored ones, and those are the ones I always buy and I always have a bunch of. So here's what they look like. So these are definitely my favorite, and I used them the most, and I've given them out the most, I guess, to people who need pencils, and people usually do not give these back, so they're a hit, I guess. But I feel like, yeah, if you go to school or something, you might want to get the BICs or the zebras or something, because then you won't be sad if you don't get your pencils back and you lose them, whatever. But if you're at home, remote, whatever, and you're obviously not taking them anywhere, you could go with any kind of pencil. But yeah, but also just to call out, some of the pencils that I have here kind of match their pen counterparts. So this is the zebra metal one, which I don't like that much because this has like this weird texture to it and it really like indents into your finger. But if you like it and you like the pen equivalent of it, you know, the pencil and the pen are very similar. You know, here's the pen, here's the pencil. They look, you know, they're matchy-matchy if you have them all in a cup. And then same thing with the, you know, if you like the Pilot G2 pens, right, then you might like the pencils. They have the same grip. They have like the same look to them. So like, again, if you like the G2 pens, you might like the pencils. So like, but again, like the zebras and the Pilots are about like, so this zebra it's about $2-3. The G2 Pilot is about $2, like $1.60 per pencil. So they're a bit more expensive than the BIC pencils. But yeah. But again, the Pilot and the zebra, and these zebras are Japanese. So if you want that, then you can get those. The BICs are made in Mexico. The Pentel I just have in here because this one was made in China. It's a really old one. But most of these I just want to call out because you put the lead through the eraser. I feel like a lot of Pentels, you actually pull it apart and you put the lead directly in here. So in this case, when the eraser is completely worn through, I guess it's nice that you can just pop off the whole thing and keep putting lead in and keep refilling it. And then obviously if like you don't have to get refills for all these pencils. Like you can, like I use a lot of just like regular rubber erasers, and that's nice, and you don't really need to keep buying the refills because I feel like that would be kind of expensive. But the nice thing about the BICs on that point is that like if you have like pencil toppers, like for a regular pencil, and your BIC pen eraser is basically gone, like in school I would usually just use pencil toppers and you just pop them on and then, you know, your pencil works perfectly fine. You know, you can write whatever and you can also erase pretty normally. So there you go, I erased it. It might not be the most pretty thing, but it's very practical and functional. So if you use your eraser and you don't feel like getting refills, like pencil toppers work good with these because they'll still push down, versus most of these other pencils, you can't really put like a pencil topper, or like, you know, if you put it on the zebra, it's fine because it's just like a pencil, but you can't like push down on it. So you would have to either like push down and then put your pencil topper on, or just like, it might not be as practical just to use pencil toppers with these, but they do also work. But any other pencil, you probably couldn't use a eraser topper on it. Anyway, and then yeah, eraser wise, if you do get refills, I feel like it makes more sense to put it on these ones that have like the long refills. I feel like that would last you a while also. And yeah, I feel like that's a pretty quick recap of these pencils. Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye guys.